why women aren't faithful in relationships. Now, let's get into it. The reason why women aren't faithful in relationships is because, first of all, their emotions are always changing. And plus women are backwards. And another thing too, women have too many options. She's always going to go to the highest bidder when it comes down to a guy. She will. This is why women aren't faithful in relationships. I experienced myself, a female not being faithful in her relationship. I look better than her boyfriend, most likely to her. She was at my job and I was touching on her butt, and flirting with her and everything. And saying what I wanted to say to her. You know what I'm saying? She was acting like she was my girlfriend. And we wasn't even in a relationship already. You know what I'm saying? And she was in a whole relationship. Had this another experience with a female. Most likely I look better than her boyfriend. And she was calling me baby. I was calling her baby. And I come to find out, while we was, flirting with each other, and basically, we was basically acting like we was boyfriend and girlfriend. She was in a whole relationship while we was doing that. Women aren't faithful. They just monkey branch off, into, another relationship. But they already have a guy that they already talking to behind your back. They talking to that guy behind your back. When she's ready to leave that relationship mentally, she's not going to leave it physically. She's going to leave the relationship mentally first. So she'll be in a relationship with you. She'll be kissing you while, acting like everything is going good with you while she goes to her job and be flirting with another dude. A guy be touching on him and everything. And you don't even notice that she's trying to monkey branch off. She's the one, that guy to, finally make that decision to say that we are together. But she'll be, flirting with him, cheating with him while she's in a relationship with you. This is how women are. Women aren't faithful in relationships because they have too many options. A woman could be, sleeping with you, married to you, and she go out, a girl's night out, and she goes backstage and meets her favorite celebrity. She's talking to him, and he'll say, "Oh, you going back to the hotel?" And she'll say yes. And you won't even know what happened that night because you just so in love and into the relationship, you trusted her. That she was just only going out with her girls and nothing was going to go down. Maybe her friends told you, I'm a watcher, like she the watchdog, or, you know what I'm saying? Like she the scout, when really she's down with the plan. That's her friend. Of course she going to say she ain't do nothing wrong. Of course she going to say that she didn't cheat it. She didn't cheat on you with her favorite celebrity. Of course she ain't going to say that. Women aren't faithful because they have too many options. Another reason why women aren't faithful in relationships is because they get bored easily. Women get bored very, very easily. I mean, if you're not taking her out every week, if you're not doing something different with her, if you're having the same routine, you're not switching it up, y'all keep going to the same spots to eat, keep going to the same parks, she's going to, keep going to the same outings, she's going to eventually get bored. You always have to be mysterious with women. You always have to do something different. She'll leave you if you're not doing something different. If you keep doing the same old thing, she's going to eventually leave you. You could be paying her bills and everything. But if you keep taking her, to McDonald's every time y'all go out, or Subway every time y'all go out, every single time, she gonna get tired of that, bro. She will eventually leave you. Women aren't loyal, man. Women are not loyal and they're not faithful. You guys gotta accept that this is how female nature is. They're always looking for a guy that's gonna do more for them than what you're doing. They're gonna always look for a guy that's doing more, that's promising them the world, that's promising them more things, than what you're doing. They're always looking for a guy that's mysterious, that's more mysterious than you is, that's higher value than you are, that has more money than you are. Women will sleep with they'll sleep with with the 10% top guys. They'll sleep with them. Why they in a relationship with you? She meet her favorite rapper, downtown. He walking downtown and she meet him. And he say, "Oh, you coming to the SUV? You going to the hotel?" She'll say, "Yeah." Trust me, but she'll say, "Yeah, bro." While she's in a relationship with you, or while she's married to you, she will say, "Yeah." Because he has, more status than you, more money, more fame. He can do more for her. Women, they'll say yeah to a guy like that. Women aren't faithful. And it's the fact you shouldn't get mad that women aren't faithful. It's just a part of female nature. It's just how they are. They don't care. They don't care what you are doing for what you done for them in the past. They don't care what you done for them in the past at all. You could be doing everything right in a relationship, bro. Taking her on a vacation every couple of months or every year. Paying all the bills while she saved all her money and spent all her money on materials. And if she, like I said, if she meets her favorite celebrity somewhere at an outing and you say, "You coming with me?" Trust me, she's not going to turn that down. Most likely, she's not going to turn that down, bro. Because he has status. They're going to always go to the highest bidder. He has everything that she wants in life. That woman will be unfaithful to you. She'll cheat on you. A lot of you do that's in relationships. A lot of y'all females they talking to dudes behind y'all back, texting dudes behind y'all backs. They always opening up their inboxes just to see what a guy is saying. They just with you because it's just your turn. See, that you're not their dream guy. You're not their dream guy. Nah. You don't have the fame. You don't have the money. You don't have a materialistic lifestyle that she desires, that she wants. It's just your turn, bruh. It's just your turn. This is why women aren't faithful. They're not faithful because they're never satisfied within with nothing. They're never satisfied with nothing. You could be doing what you need to be doing as a man. And she'll still feel, you could be a good man and everything. And she'll still feel like, this is boring. He's doing everything right. This is boring. He never want to argue with me. He never want to take me to a different spot to eat. He never want to, take me somewhere else on vacation. This is how women mindset is. And once they get bored of you, they're going to text that guy that's next in line. That's always been next in line. And they're going to start hanging out with him behind your back. And you're going to think everything is all right. But really, she's getting ready. It's pending. Her absence is pending. She's getting ready to leave you for the guy that she thinks that's higher value than you. This is how women are. This is how women is, man. This is how their nature is. Women leave the majority of the relationship. Why do you think they leave majority of relationships? Whether if it's good or bad, they leave the majority of relationships because they're not faithful. They're just not faithful. They're just not satisfied. Their emotions are everywhere. Their mind is everywhere. They really don't know what they want. A woman doesn't really know what she wants. She's never satisfied with nothing. You can't satisfy no woman. And this is why women are not faithful. Because she will leave you. Even if you're trying to satisfy a woman, she'll still leave you. It doesn't matter. If a woman's self-esteem is low and she get into a relationship with a good man, she will leave that good man. Even though you're doing everything to try to show her love, to get her self-esteem up, she'll still leave that good man because she feel like she doesn't deserve you. Women aren't faithful. They're just not faithful. They just can't accept a good man. They want a guy that they can change. And this is why women aren't faithful. It's because they're never truly satisfied inside. And they're never happy. They're never happy, really happy. And they're miserable. And they just can't, settle down. They always want something new. They always want something new. They always want to see, what he's about. I never been with him. Let me see what he's about.